You excited, Mel? It's hard to tell.
Oh, this is probably the greatest thing to ever be shown on TV, ever.
You all right?
Woo! Best day of my life.
A 17-hit game for the Cubs in Cincinnati was not the lead story last night. It was Kris Bryant's 5 for 5, 3-homer, 2-double, full house night. One for the record books.
I don't think I've ever had 5 hits in a game, let alone with 3 home runs. I mean, it was a unbelievable game. I mean, I'm just so glad we won. It was a good day. It's a good day to play. I mean, haven't really been swinging it well lately, but figured I was due, and I guess today was my day.
History for Bryant and one priceless moment for a young Cub fan. Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm. Another nice night here in Cincinnati. It is game 2 of a 3-game series. The Cubs and the Reds from Great American Ballpark. Great to have you with us. Jim DeShays and Len Casper with you, and everybody's still buzzing about quite an historic night for Kris Bryant.
Yeah, what a show the young slugger put on here last night. He's absolutely worn out Reds pitching this year. He's 13 out of 24 with 5 home runs in this ballpark. Last night, first player in modern Major League Baseball history with 3 home runs and 2 doubles in a game. Career highs in hits, home runs, RBIs, runs scored. The youngest Cub player to hit 3 home runs in a game, just a few days short of Ernie Banks.
11-8 the final last night. Jake Arrieta only went 5 innings. He did get his 12th win. The Cubs will turn to left-hander John Lester this evening.
Yeah, and when handing the ball to John Lester, good things have happened for Joe Madden and his crew. John has been on quite a roll over his last 6 starts. He is 5-0 with a 1.45 ERA. He's made 6 starts against the Reds in his career, and the Cubs are 6-0 in those ball games.
Cubs have only lost 1 time to the Reds. They really have dominated this season series. We'll see what Kris Bryant has in store tonight after an unbelievable performance.
We are here at Benny's Beverage Depot, and Joe, what's it like to be the Cubs manager?
I use the word often. It's kind of groovy. You know, it's really a blast. Can't deny it. Can't deny it. Listen, you know me. It's not that I enjoy necessarily being recognized. I just enjoy what I do, and if the fans are digging it, then I'm definitely going to respond in a favorable manner to that. So it's just greater than, because the Cubs are an international brand, and I'm finding out everybody is from Chicago.
It starts with a low Fields price, and then we include all of the Fields amenities at no extra charge.
You don't have to go in there and beat them up about the price, because they're already giving you the best price.
A low price and a whole lot more, like our Fields amenities that include free loaners, free car washes, and our Fields cafes.
The deal I'm getting is always great. So it works out for me, works out for my pocket.
We simply treat people the way we want to be treated. It's a commitment to our customers we made long ago. Fields matters because you matter.
Bill Jacobs Mini online feedback.
The most amazing car buying experience ever.
Customer service was excellent. I'd recommend them in a heartbeat.
Great experience.
Right now at Bill Jacobs Mini, get 0% financing for up to 72 months on all 2016 Mini Countrymen. That's Bill Jacobs Mini.
Honestly, the best experience I've ever had buying a car.
Visit us at Bill Jacobs Mini in Naperville
and online at BillJacobsMini.com.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan in our Comcast Sportsnet studios in downtown Chicago. Along the river, we'll get you back out to Cincinnati for first pitch between the Cubs and the Redlegs in just a couple moments. Despite getting swept by the Cardinals at home last week and losing 6 of 8 games over the past 7 days, the Cubs lead over the Cards. Still 10 games, just 2.5 games less than it was entering last week. Something Joe Madden was asked about before tonight's game in Cincinnati.
You know, when you stub your toe, it's good when everybody else is stubbing their toe at the same time. It's just how the season works. That's why you can't get too frustrated when things aren't going your way. It's a long year, man. And for anybody to expect it to always go your way, that's unrealistic. Totally unrealistic. We talked about it in spring training. The important thing was to get off to a good start, so the fact that when you do have a hard time, you have something to absorb that moment, and we've been able to do that. I've been in both situations when you're ahead and when you're trying to catch somebody. It's always more difficult to try to catch somebody. So I'm pleased with where we're at. We're a little bit banged up, but a lot of people are. Let's just hold serve while everybody's getting well, and I'll be very pleased with that.
All right, that's going to put a ribbon on it from here. Up next, John Lester to the bump. Cubs and Reds. Todd Hollingsworth will join me for the post-game show after the final out. We'll see you on the other side. Go Cubs. Enjoy the game.
I see a football with bat wings.
I see a wizard. That's his nose.
I see Lake Michigan.
Lake Superior.
Oh. Yeah. I'll give you that.
I see a wall.
Keep your walls looking like new with Platinum's No Prep, No Prime formula with easy clean, stain-resistant finish. Menards and Dutch Boy make transforming your world easy. Go Dutch.
My name is Rick Lopez. I'm the executive chef here at La Condesa in Austin, Texas. I started when I was a young guy, plugging away, pushing, doing the hours, and it's kind of brought me here to where I am now, just hard work. My philosophy is work. Work and it'll happen. Always give your best because nobody can take that away from you.
Greatness is within reach. Right now, you could get a great deal on the new Civic. KBB.com's overall best buy for 2016. From Honda.
Jack Link's Jerky presents Hangry Hacks.
Sales team.
Your other boyfriend.
No. Guys. Have you seen the third quarter numbers? Because I have. They're phenomenal. Sales meeting in Cabo next month.
Hack your hangry with Jack Links, the protein-packed way to feed your wild side.
Thursday night, it's a rematch of last year's NLCS as the Cubs' high-octane offense tries to overwhelm New York's power pitching. Don't miss this must-see, can't-miss primetime matchup. Cubs, Mets, starting at 6 on CSN.
CSN Chicago is giving you the chance to go behind the scenes with Kelly Kroll, presented by Coors Light. Tour the production truck, go on the field with Kelly, and much more. Enter for your chance to win at csnchicago.com/Coors Light.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. Ford, inviting you to check out their fuel-efficient lineup at your local Ford store or at localfordstores.com. And by Southwest Airlines, transparency, low fares, nothing to hide.
Back here in Cincinnati, a lovely weather evening. Here in late June, Cubs 2-3 on this long road trip. Time now for greater coverage of baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. Chris Bryant all of a sudden is tied for the National League home run lead after hitting 3 last night, and he's closing in on Mark Trumbo for the Major League lead.
Well, he's hit 5 in this ballpark already this year, so you kind of like his chances.
Adam Duvall in the Reds lineup tonight with the 21.
Chris also third in the National League in runs driven in, just ahead of Anthony Rizzo and just behind Jay Bruce.
John Lamb, a left-hander, will go for the Reds, and here's how the Cubs will line up, brought to you by Southwest. Zobrist, Hayward, and Bryant. 1, 2, 3. Rizzo, Contreras, Baez in for Russell at short. They occupy the middle. Matt Caesar gets a rare start in center. David Ross normally catches John Lester, and he is again tonight. Lester hitting 9th.
Reds defensively brought to you by Cricket Wireless. They've had their struggles. They've committed 59 errors, most in Major League Baseball. You see Duvall, Hamilton, and Bruce in the outfield. Suarez, Cozart will man the left side of the infield. Brandon Phillips, a 4-time Gold Glove winner at second base, but he struggled this year. He's committed 9 errors already, made only 6 all last year. Joey Votto's got a Gold Glove on his mantle at home. Ramon Cabrera will do the catching. And the Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is the aforementioned John Lamb. 25-year-old lefty. He is 1-4 with a 4.78 ERA. He's made 10 starts. Started the year on the DL, recovering from off-season back surgery. He's one of the pieces the Reds acquired in the Johnny Cueto deal last summer. Kind of a finesse-style left-hander. Doesn't light up the radar gun. Fastball, cutter, change-up, and a curve. He'll throw a big, slow, looping curveball.
Crew chief Mike Winters is behind the plate, calling balls and strikes. Marty Foster is at first, Gabe Morales at second, and Mike Malinsky is over at third. And the leadoff man is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. If Ben Zobrist gets a hit to start the game, Binny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. And as we get started tonight, sad day in the world of sports. All-time winningest college basketball coach Pat Summitt has passed away, and Buddy Ryan, the Bears defensive architect, their Super Bowl team back in the mid-'80s, has also passed on to 82 years old. So we are underway. 80 degrees here in Cincinnati.
Cubs saw Lamb once last year, right at the end of the year, 4 2/3, and he gave up 5 runs.
Zobrist to left and out of play. So Zobrist is really good at getting on base, leading off an inning. .462 on base percentage in this particular spot, and John Lamb has not been good at getting the leadoff guy out. Opposing batters reaching base to start an inning almost 50% of the time. So he's had to work from the stretch a fair amount.
52 2/3 innings. He's allowed 55 hits, 24 walks. Not a big strikeout number. He's punched out 34, so strikeout rate right around 15%, well below league average, and the walk rate is pretty high.
Zobrist to left, and it will go to start the ball game. So Binny's helping out the Greater Chicago Food Depository with a $100 donation. So he does reach base, although Lamb does not have to pitch from the stretch after one batter.
He gets a new ball. Wow, it's great. I get a new ball. And he's down 1-0, and Ben Zobrist has hit his 10th home run, and here we go again. My goodness, 17 home runs hit by the Cubs now in this ballpark. Already this year, this is their 6th game.
Now Jason Hayward, back-to-back 2-hit games for him. He is back in right field tonight. Started the game last night in center. I was going to mention Zobrist has put up almost exactly the same numbers. You look at his rate stats, batting righty and batting lefty, although he has slugged a little more left-handed, but that was a pretty good right-handed swing.
Yeah, and his right-handed swing's been a little bit out of sync here lately, so that's a very positive sign. Well, you could see it coming last night. He doubled last night, also lined out a couple of times. So maybe he'll hit 3 home runs tonight. Who knows? Up above the belt, and he gave it a mighty lash.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the first out. Big hand for last night's hero, Chris Bryant. 5 for 5, 3 homers, 2 doubles, 6 RBIs, 4 runs, 16 total bases. First player ever with the 3 homers and 2 doubles in a single game. I'm not sure what the exact question to Brian Price was after the game, but Price did reference the Lasorda Kingman incident. Line foul.
Look out.
Yeah, he kind of laughed and said, instead of tearing this place down and going after you right now, talking about the reporter, I'm just going to acknowledge he had a great game. I hope to never see it again.
Yeah, and back in the day when Kingman had the 3 home run game against the Dodgers, Lasorda was asked about Kingman's performance, and it led to a profanity-laced response by Lasorda. So Brian knew full well where the reporter was going, and he just tiptoed around it.
It was Paul Olden who asked the question. Broken bat roller, so that might have been the bat, and the Hall of Fame asked for it. He gave them his hat instead, but that bat
is being taken into the Reds dugout.
Yeah, wondering if that
must be the MLB authenticators down there.
Yeah. Yeah, so it might end up in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's probably said if he makes it, he probably said if I make it out with it, you can have it, or if I break it.
So here's Rizzo.
Brian hasn't done anything tonight.
He's slumping. Yeah, Rizzo had a pretty anonymous 1-for-2 homer double 2-walk night.
Yeah, well, and he's hit 5 home runs in this ballpark this year as well. The record for an opposing player is 6. Lance Berkman hit 6 one year.
Inside, Rizzo hitting .408 this month to raise his batting average 51 points from 236 to 287. More recently, an 8-game hitting streak during which he's batted .538, 14 for 26. And in the middle of that, he sat out 2 games with back tightness. 2-2. Lamb's got quite a look going, doesn't he? Free spirit. He's from California. And he strikes out Rizzo. So he settled in after Ben Zobrist led off the game with a home run to left, and the Cubs lead 1-0 with the Reds coming up.
Dear Chicago, let's take a trip out of Midway to your favorite international destinations. With love, Southwest.
$1 window siding and door installation, 102 Pine Street.
Let's go, guys.
It's Feldco to the rescue with $1 installation on all windows, siding, and doors. Plus no money down and no interest until 2018. It's Feldco's biggest sale of the year.
That's $1.
$1 installation on all windows, siding, and doors.
Hurry, $1 installation ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Jack, you gotta try the sandwich from Subway. It's better for you and delicious.
Can't be both.
Well, you don't believe me?
We're used car salesmen. Of course I don't believe you.
What's it gonna take to get you into this sandwich?
Throw on the chips.
Let me check with our manager.
At Subway, our new premium chicken is raised without antibiotics. Try it today in our sweet onion chicken teriyaki or rotisserie style chicken. Both raised without antibiotics. Subway, fresh is what we do.
Well, the Reds put up 8 runs last night and lost. And they've got Brandon Phillips back in there tonight. Their Southwest starting lineup. Cozart, Votto, who connected twice in the ballgame last night. Phillips, Jay Bruce in the cleanup spot. Adam Duvall might be an all-star. We'll see. Eugenio Suarez at third. Billy Hamilton moves down to the 7 spot. Switch hitting Ramon Cabrera catches for the pitcher Lamb.
Cubs defense brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Wilson Contreras in left. Matt Caesar gets his second start of the year in center field. Jason Hayward's in right. Bryant Baez, Zobrist Rizzo third to first. David Ross behind the plate. Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is John Lester. 9 up, 3 down, a 2.10 ERA. Third start this year for John against the Cincinnati Ball Club.
And a first pitch strike on Cozart. Third time this month Lester is facing a starter also named Jonathan or John. Beat John Gant in Atlanta and Jonathan Neese of the Pirates in Chicago. Last time he pitched here, he beat John Moscott.
Yeah, he wants to be the Alpha John. There's no doubt about it. Both the starts against Cincinnati this year, coming back in April. His second start of the year against them at Wrigley. He went 6 innings, allowed 3 runs, and then 2 starts later. It was here in Cincinnati. 7 innings of 1-run ball in an 8-1 Cub victory.
Tried to change up that time and missed. 3 balls and a strike. Votto is on deck. Three and 2. Lester came in with a 210 earned run average, tied with his teammate Jake Arrieta for 3rd in the majors. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Threw the ball very well last time out in Miami. 7 innings, 5 hits, a couple of runs, 2 solo home runs. Walked 3, struck out 7.
Slow start for Votto, but he's put together a nice month of June, and last night homered twice, walked, stole a base, knocked in 3. And he lines softly to Bryant for the second out.
A chance for a very quick first inning here for John. Just 7 pitches made, and Brandon Phillips strides up to home plate. He's the swingingest player in the game. Swings at over 60% of the pitches he sees. That's tops in Major League Baseball.
It is Brandon Phillips' 35th birthday. Wasn't even thinking about swinging at that one, so Lester grooved one right down Main Street.
Try that cutter down and in.
Ouch.
Oftentimes is the result. Happy birthday. There you go. Man would deserve a little better than that on his birthday. Chris Spire also celebrating a birthday today. Reds coach.
Spies with the Nationals now.
The Nationals.
Dusty.
Yeah, I knew it was a Red team and Dusty. Yep. Yeah. That's what I meant. Former Reds coach.
How old is Spy? 66.
66.
And he's celebrating his birthday in a rain delay.
Would you rather have the rain delay or the foul ball off the ankle? And that's the Harvey Giolito matchup.
It is.
Or Giolito.
Giolito. Lucas Giolito.
A Nationals top pitching prospect, and maybe the top pitching prospect in the game.
Lester's 0-2 bounces way out in front of the plate. Now 1-2.
Phillips still trying to shake off the pain in his left leg.
Center field and a base hit. Phillips.
He's gimping, isn't he?
Yeah, he is really struggling to get to first base.
Able to pull the hands in there and get a good chunk of the barrel on that one.
Here's Jade Bruce, who leads the National League in, drum roll please, triples. He has 6 3-base hits already. And he takes a strike.
Yeah, it's been a resurgent year for him. He's doing a lot of damage, among the league leaders. Home runs and RBI. He is handling left-handers, hitting .293 against left-handed pitching. Last year he hit .230 against Southpaws, and that's right around his career average. And just anecdotally, talking to folks up here, they said he's done a much better job this year, not just against lefties, but against all pitchers, using the left field, center field, less pull happy.
Contreras really deep in left. And Caesar checking out the sun. There's still some sun out there in center and left.
Jay the Bruce, 3 out of 17 in his career against John Lester.
Running game sometimes comes into play with John Lester on the mound, but Brandon Phillips isn't going anywhere unless he has to. Still not quite 100% after fouling that ball off his leg. Rizzo will field and step on first. So Lester gives up a hit, no runs, and the Cubs lead 1-0 after an inning.
The '85 Bears were one of the most feared teams in NFL history.
That collection of defensive players, the most incredible group of athletes I've ever played against.
Now, 3 decades later, celebrate the Super Bowl 20 champs and the defense that made them dominant.
You're talking about aggressive young men that know how to play some damn good football.
Bears Classics, the 46, presented by Canals Auto, tonight at 11 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Yeah, I like this right here.
The Ford Freedom sales event is on, and 0 for 72 is back on 2016 Ford Focus, Fusion, and Escape. Plus, specially tagged vehicles get an extra 1,000 smart bonus. That means freedom from interest and freedom to choose with Ford, America's best-selling brand.
Free, baby.
Now get 0% financing for 72 months. Plus, specially tagged vehicles get 1,000 smart bonus. Only at the Ford Freedom sales event.
We built this thingy. We built this thingy on tech that's old. We built this thingy. But we built.
Yeah, Xfinity built this newer thingy that lets me search with my voice.
We're good.
Don't fall for DirecTV. Find shows faster with the X1 voice remote, only from Xfinity. Sign up today or get started with this great offer. Call or go online today.
What if one day everything just stopped going wrong?
Have a good day, hon.
No more accidents. No more disasters. Where would State Farm be? Here to help with college. Here for that first car. And here for new beginnings. Because in a world where nothing went wrong, your State Farm agent will still be right here. Helping make life go completely right.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm. Inside on Contreras, playing left. He has started every game on this road trip.
Change. Floats it up there at 76 miles an hour.
2-1. He's played 3 different defensive positions. Change up on this trip. Catcher, first, and left. And he struck him out.
The young lefty likes that changeup. Those 3 very good ones. He really takes a lot off of it. There's a big separation, even though he's not a hard thrower. A big separation between his fastball and his changeup because he throws it so slowly, and also will mix in a curveball at sometimes at 68 miles an hour.
Baez takes a fastball off the inside corner. He's playing short. No Addison Russell tonight. Lamb 6'4", 205, and a bunt fielded by the pitcher. 2 outs.
Trying to get that one down the third base line. Not able to do it, and Lamb pretty athletic out there.
Born in La Palma, California, went to Laguna Hills High School. Here's Matt Caesar, making his 11th start of the year, only his 2nd in center, and he fouls away. Lined out as a pinch hitter last night. Safe to say he's been as productive as any part-time player in the game. Seems like every time he gets in there, he does something to help his team, even though he hasn't played a lot.
Yeah, he gives you a good AB off the bench. Obviously, he can run a little bit, steal a bag for you, play solid defense.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Well, you get a sense of the game plan here for Lamb. He likes to start hitters with that fastball, kind of a cutter, little cut fastball in on the hands to open up the outside corner, and then he'll go soft.
Bruce coming in. He's got it, and the Cubs go down quietly in the 2nd. 6 in a row retired by Lamb after the leadoff homer by Zobrist.
Introducing the new QX60 from Infiniti. Lease the all-wheel drive QX60 for $429 a month or finance at 1.9% APR at your Chicagoland and Infiniti retailer.
Perhaps it is time we acquire a larger dwelling.
But the mortgage process has proven to be challenging.
Not with Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It is the easiest and most logical way to secure financing for your living quarters online. You can securely share your financial information with the push of a button.
It appears now is a sensible time to relocate.
I am so happy.
No need to get emotional.
Rocket. See Star Trek Beyond in theaters.
Steak used to cost an arm and a leg.
But now you can get new tender braised steak and melted cheese wrapped in a warm flatbread for just $1.49. Taco Bell steak flatbread sandwich. Eat it for them.
Time for our Quicken Loans Rocket Arms. Cubs leading 1-0 here early. Month of June, only Michael Fulmer of the Tigers has put up a better earned run average than John Lester. Zach Greinke getting dialed in. How about Zach Davies of the Milwaukee Brewers?
I saw Davies really good one time last year, if I recall. Good changeup. Very crafty. John, final start here in the month of June. Perhaps could be pitcher of the month. Anthony Rizzo, favorite for player of the month.
Adam Duvall. Couple of hits, both doubles last night, knocked in 2. He leads the National League in slugging at .580. Is Brandon Phillips still working on his lower leg after fouling a ball off that area? Popped him up. Ross back of the plate. And he got a glove on it, in and out of the mitt. And he says, my bad, John Lester. He'll be charged with an error.
Well, he's helped out Lester a lot, shutting down the running game this year. This is John's chance to return the favor.
Two and one.
Duvall, an aggressive sort, doesn't walk much. Strikes out quite a bit, but big time power.
Caesar got a late break, but he'll stay on his feet. Makes the running catch.
But no harm done. Just a couple extra pitches made for Lester after that dropped pop-up. Hey, the Cubs are the hottest ticket in town. Your best option for future games would be Monday through Thursdays with very limited availability on weekend games throughout the summer. Don't wait. Plan now. Visit Cubs.com.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez now batting 6th, playing 3rd. Big crowd tonight. And a lot of Cub fans here once again. Almost 32,000 in here last night, and they witnessed history.
Well, guys come into town, throw no hitters, have 3 home run games, creates a little buzz.
Cubs clinched the division here in 2007. They had to wait a couple of hours after the game to find out that they had clinched. Suarez thought he got hit by the pitch, but Mike Winters said no, and Brian Price wants to know.
Suarez reacted fairly quickly that he'd been hit by that pitch. I don't know if they'll be able to get a good enough look at it on replay to merit a challenge, and they are. Brian Price giving the hands to the ear signal.
So we will have a Forsyth Technology replay review. They will have to determine if there's conclusive evidence to support Brian Price's claim that it hit Suarez. It may have, but can you really tell?
I can't tell.
No.
Well, you know, we got all this technology now, and so instead of putting the headsets on, we should just immediately give Suarez a lie detector test. first base.
I suppose there was a very slight.
Yeah, I usually judge it on the reaction of the player, and then normally when they react that quickly, it got a piece of them.
That look looked like it hit him. Let's see here. That one you can't tell. That last one, though, it did look like it had an extra little change in direction. So Price will maintain his challenge, and here's Billy Hamilton. Cornerman ready to charge in if he bunts. He's 5 for 7 with a double and a homer against John Lester.
Yeah, I thought Price would have him up near the top of the batting order this evening against John. Trying to influence the game with his speed. I suspect at some point he would drop down a bunt. Makes Anthony Rizzo's job a little more difficult down there at first base. In that, against a guy like Hamilton, he would normally really be aggressive pinching in. But you can't abandon ship there too soon with Suarez at first.
Toward the middle. Baez steps on second and a double play. One of the toughest guys to double up with his speed, but that ball took Baez right to second, and the inning is over. We go to the third. It's 1-0 Cubs.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. I'm attorney Howard Ankin with legendary sportscaster Steve Stone.
And I know the right team knows how to win, like Howard Ankin Law Office.
If you or someone you know needs help with an injury case, I'm here to help. Please give me a call.
Put Howard's number in your phone right now, 312-6-million.
T-Mobile hit it out of the park. We doubled our LTE coverage to cover over 305 million Americans. And our new extended range LTE goes 2 times farther and works 4 times better in buildings than before. Switch to T-Mobile for major league coverage today.
This was my job. Now, this is my job.
My job then, my job today.
When I came home from Afghanistan, finding work wasn't easy.
I got an apprenticeship as an operator.
A lot of that's work in construction.
And we all rely on prevailing wage laws.
Prevailing wage is like a minimum wage for skilled construction workers.
They make sure our roads and bridges are built safely.
And that veterans can provide a good life for their families.
Thank your state legislators for standing up for veterans by supporting prevailing wage.
What did you do before typing was as easy as talking? Before you had 2 cars in one? Before fast became an understatement? What did you do before the most advanced BMW 5 Series ever? We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Visit your Chicagoland BMW centers today.
1-0, the Cubs have the lead. John Lester getting some help from Javier Baez. It's only the 10th time in 342 major league games Billy Hamilton is grounded into a double play.
Yeah, Baez is so clever out there. I think most guys are going to catch the ball, go to the bag, make the throw, but he goes ahead and plants his foot on the bag as he's receiving the ball, essentially eliminating a step. At least once a series, and usually once a night, Baez does something that makes you go, wow.
Former Red David Ross. Here's the 0-1 from Lamb, and Ross couldn't hold up. 0-2. We are getting a lot of Twitter hits on John Lamb. Is it General Custer? Is it Tommy Shaw from Styx? Is it Tanner from the Bad News Bears? You dropped a Bo Duke on him last night. Ground ball to Phillips.
Bo Duke combined with Bronson Arroyo, only left-handed.
The 1985 Bears were one of the most feared teams in NFL history. Now, as we remember the late, great Buddy Ryan relive his legendary defense, which led Chicago to Super Bowl glory. Bears Classic, the 46 encore presentation tonight at 11 on CSN Chicago. John Lester takes a strike.
John Lamb's grandfather was a longtime public address announcer in Southern California. Did the first Super Bowl, did Dodger games for a time, California Angels.
John Ramsey, yeah. Lamb never got to meet his grandfather, who passed away a few months before his grandson was born. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So he has gotten locked in after that Zobrist home run.
On Tuesday, July 5th, Cubs play the Reds. First pitch will be at 1:20, and up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a special Anthony Rizzo tarp catch bobblehead presented by Reynolds Wrap. For more information, visit Cubs.com.
A strike on Zobrist. 8 in a row retired since Ben hit the leadoff homer. That one deep again to left, off the wall. He just missed another one. Here's a throw to second. Tag is late. It's a double. So he's 40% of the way to a Chris Bryant night.
He's going to have himself a Bryant. This is a changeup, and squares it up nicely. Doesn't knock it out of the ballpark. Has to push hard to get into second base ahead of that throw from Duvall, who flashed a pretty strong arm in the ball game last night as well. Good outfield arms for the Reds with Duvall, Hamilton, and Bruce.
Two-out RBI chance for Hayward, and a strike.
Jason, a strikeout victim first time, was a little late on the fastball. Just a little late getting started. Maybe some deception in that delivery from Lamb. Was way over on the first base side of the rubber.
I had said earlier Buddy Ryan was 82. That had been corrected. He was 85. And again, the defensive genius behind the 85 Bears.
He's about as close to being illegal as you can be with just the back foot in contact with the edge of the rubber there.
Swing and a miss to end the inning as we remember Buddy Ryan.
Our mountains challenge us, push us back, knock us down, tell us it can't be done. But then, one day you reach the summit, and you realize the harder the climb, the better the reward. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
Here's to life, liberty, and the pursuit of a great deal on a new Toyota.
Celebrate 3 great vehicles at Toyota's Red, White, and Blue sales event. The adventurous 2016 RAV4 is incredibly fun to drive and long-lasting. Or check out the bold styling of the reliable 2016 Toyota Camry. And then there's the fuel-efficient yet sporty Corolla. Lease a new 2016 RAV4 with 0 due-it signing and 0 first month's payment. Or get 0% APR for 60 months on RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Steak used to cost an arm and a leg. But now you can get new tender braised steak and melted cheese wrapped in a warm flatbread for just $1.49. Taco Bell steak flatbread sandwich. Eat it for them.
Every night, get ready for the most dynamic show in Chicago. Your city, your teams, your show. This is Sportsnet Central every night at 10 and 10:30. Presented by GMC.
Bottom of the third, switch hitting catcher Ramon Cabrera has become John Lamb's personal catcher. We'll lead it off. Then Lamb, then Cozart.
Cabrera's dad played briefly in the big leagues with the Diamondbacks and had a long career in Japan and Venezuela.
First pitch swinging, fly ball center field, easy play, Caesar.
And his dad actually just retired, and he retired in an unusual way. He told his kid, and they were playing in the same league and playing against each other, he said, if I ever hit a home run in a game against your team, I'm going to retire on the spot. So there's Pops, Alex, trotting around the bases, and there's his son catching. Well, high five, and boom, off comes the jersey. His son, I don't think was, he just wanted to win the game. His son, who called the pitch and went for the home run.
Yeah, Alex spent a lot of time in the Cubs minor league system and then had a cup of coffee in the majors with Arizona before putting together a fine career in Japan. He hit 357 home runs in Japan, tied the single season mark at one point when he hit 55. A lot of time for Bryant. 2 down. Hey fans, when you think mortgage in Chicago, think eClick Lending. Whether looking to purchase or refi, never pay lender fees with eClick Lending. Visit us online at eclicklending.com to lock in your low rate today. eClick Lending. Point, click, save. Strike one on the shortstop Cozart. The Reds have 1 hit. That was Brandon Phillips with a 2-out single in the first. Swing and a miss. Texas with a 2-0 lead in the Bronx in the 3rd inning. Last night they had a rain delay in the 9th inning that went 3.5 hours. The Rangers came back and won the game 9-6. It ended at 2:44 a.m. local time.
It's the city that never sleeps.
Yeah, literally last night. And Joe Girardi was not real pleased with how it played out. Thought the game should have been delayed before the 9th inning. But the Yankees had the lead 6-5 in the 9th. Okay. So then they put the tarp on. If they had not finished the game, the Yankees would have won. The umpires did everything they could. Crew chief Paul Nauert was in charge to finish the game and give both teams an equitable, situation. And the Rangers did come back and win the game.
Well, yeah, in the clip I saw, Joe actually had gone out during the top half of the 9th. Aroldis Chapman was pitching, and he went out in the rain basically to check on the mound and make sure conditions were such that they could continue playing. And it was at that point where the umpire said, you know what, let's just cover the field.
Cozart fouls off himself. Now, let's say it was 6-5 Yankees in the top of the ninth. Let's say the Rangers had scored twice to make it 7-6. Then they delayed the game. In that scenario, you could suspend it and finish it the next day. There is no rule that allows you to do that in the situation they were in last night. So it was either Yankees win or we waited out, and the umpires decided to wait. I guess there are about 100 fans left in the ballpark when the game ended. So here's Joey Votto after Cozart walked.
Seems like they should find a way in baseball to make sure every game is played to its completion. Suspended games or however you want to do it.
Well, it used to be if that game had been 6-6, they would have called it a tie and started the game over. That no longer exists. You can suspend a tie game and then finish it the next day. But I'm with you, and I think loosening the suspended game rules a little bit might allow a little more flexibility there. I guess the issue there is tickets, because if you start suspending games when you're delayed an hour and say we'll just finish tomorrow,
well, yeah, and I mean,
got to figure out how to get fans into the park.
Yeah, it'd be kind of, I'm talking about in the extreme, you know, especially in a one-run game like that in the ninth inning. If it's a three-run game, you know, whatever formula you want to use, just bang it. Game over, you win. In a one-run game, that's why they waited so long, right? Because it was a one-run game.
Votto in the air to left, deep but playable. It's Contreras, and that will end the inning. Well, Joe could tell you about suspended games, right? Rays and Phillies in the World Series. They had to kind of make up the rules.
Big friendly giant? Are they nice, like you?
Those giants is evil.
From director Steven Spielberg and master storyteller Roald Dahl.
But giants are in England. We have to stop them.
Your Majesty, I is your humble servant.
Comes a tale of gigantic danger and enormous courage.
Stand back, Cal. Here we go.
The BFG. Rated PG. In theaters and IMAX 3D Friday.
Wendy's spin on the Bacon Mozzarella Burger is a deliciously different experience. With the thick-cut oven-baked bacon, juicy never-frozen beef, and melty mozzarella, Wendy's Bacon Mozzarella Burger is a can't-miss collaboration. And now, kids' meals are $1.99 after 4.
Think all premium gasolines are the same? Think again. Stay ahead of engine threats with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline. The best total engine protection you can get. Period.
I have a list.
Okay.
So, she needs automatic emergency braking, blind spot detection, and lane departure warning.
All available on the Elantra and Sonata.
And a better warranty than Toyota, Nissan, or Chevy.
America's best warranty, standard with every Hyundai.
Let's check in with the boss.
Okay. Sorry, excuse me.
We'll take both.
Take a Hyundai vacation and make no monthly payments for 6 months with the first 3 months on us.
Just one.
She seems like a great boss.
CSN Chicago is giving you the chance to go behind the scenes with Kelly Kroll, presented by Coors Light. Tour the production truck, go on the field with Kelly, and much more. Enter for your chance to win at csnchicago.com/Coors Light.
Welcome back. It's time for our Xfinity high-speed action. Let's enjoy some Chris Bryant. I love the reaction of Tucker Barnhart on these home runs.
Yeah, no doubter there. Barnhart trying to get the elevated fastball. And it was a high fastball, not quite as high as Barnhart wanted it.
That was not his game bat, but I guess that young Cub fan, it was his birthday, and he had asked Chris during the game for an autograph, which Chris was unable to do. But the young fan waited around, and after Chris did the interview with us, he went and got a bat and handed it to the youngster. Left center, Duvall.
Yeah. John Lamb just got away with one there. That was a bit of a hanging breaking pitch. But the off-speed nature, he takes so much off of that pitch, he can get away with some mistakes in the zone, I think. Could catch guys just a little bit out in front.
Pitch to Rizzo. Golfed high and deep to right. Bruce goes back. He is at the wall, and he's got it. So Rizzo had a couple of extra base hits last night, including a home run. Nearly hit another one, but he's 0 for 2.
Boy, the ball's been jumping out of here. I just assumed that one was going to leave.
Contreras struck out swinging on a changeup in the second. 67 miles an hour on a curveball that misses high. They are playing now in Washington. Lucas Giolito, his major league debut. That one swatted into center for a base hit.
So we had that shot of Lamb. Let's check on Baez doing his thing.
He ended up being called out, but almost avoided another tag. And a balk. Now Baez going, what in the world is going on here? Lamb gave that inside move as if there was a runner at second. He can do that now.
Yeah, no, he's just, maybe he was just practicing for this situation. A little brain cramp.
And going, I think I'm going to get away with that. Probably not.
But we noticed with the lefty up there, Hayward, how far to the first base side of the rubber he is with a righty. He does not position himself there. So he creates different angles, whether it's a left or right-handed hitter. Not many guys do that. It makes perfect sense to do it. I think most pitchers tell you they would have a hard time making pitches moving around on the rubber like that. But if you can pitch effectively doing it, I think it's a great weapon.
The old school stirrups. (3-0) to Javier Baez. Cubs lead 1-0. On the Zobrist leadoff homer. Cubs got a game back on their lead. Up 10 on the Cardinals going into play tonight. Cardinals lost last night in Kansas City.
Yeah, Royals knocked Adam Wainwright around pretty good.
Double-digit lead in the division. Michael Wacha, Yordano Ventura. Not yet underway. Off the end of the bat, popped up. It's the shortstop Cozart to end the inning. Midway in the fourth, Cubs 1, Reds nothing from Cincinnati.
Hey, Chicago, when did paying for airfare become so unfair? At Southwest, we believe in transparency. Transparency means we don't dream up ways we can trick you into paying more. It's why we still let 2 bags fly free and don't have change fees. So our low fares stay low. Just the way you like it.
During baseball season, I don't have time to travel to the wine country, so I do the next best thing. I take a tour from Napa Valley to Bordeaux at Binny's Beverage Depot. Over 7,000 wines from 6 continents. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Menards is your complete roofing headquarters. True definition duration shingles from Owens Corning combine an architectural appearance with a 130-mile-per-hour wind warranty in 21 colors on sale. For flat or low-sloped roofs, save on EPDM rubber roofing. A 10 by 20-foot roll is $99. It's also available in larger sizes, up to 20 by 100-foot rolls. Check out these and more great deals during Menards 4th of July sale.
Save big money at Menards. Closed captioning of Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by U.S. Waterproofing.
A little seepage in your basement is no need to panic. Count on the experts at U.S. Waterproofing to diagnose and repair the problem.
For a free consultation, visit uswaterproofing.com. A better basement starts with us.
Ever wonder what your pets think about? Talk about? What they do when you're not home? This summer, the secret is out. From the humans behind Despicable Me comes The Secret Life of Pets in theaters on July 8th. Phillips, Bruce, and Duvall in the home fourth. Reds with 1 base hit. John Lester continues to rack up quality starts. Phillips solid single to center first time up, and then he hobbled down to first base because he whacked a foul ball off his ankle.
Called strike.
Well, 35 years of age. Reds apparently at one point had a deal made with the Nationals.
Oh, did it again.
He's getting no mercy from either dugout either. But he's a 10-5 guy, so he has no trade provision in his contract now. Clearly, they would like to move him. He is signed through next year.
That one off the arch. They're going right in there again, and he fouls it off.
Last time he was having a hard time running down the line. Now he's having a hard time even swinging in the bat.
Phillips trying to claim that ball hit him. Saying it bounced, it hit me, and then it hit David. Mike Winters not buying it. And Brian Price made.
And he's asking Brandon. He said, "Are you serious?" And Brandon said, "Yeah, ball hit me."
2-2. And that Cardinal Royal matchup tonight, Giordano Ventura returning from his 8-game suspension. Noah Ledmees Diaz in the Cardinal lineup. He fouled a ball off his face near the eye last night. Did you see it? I didn't see it. I think it hit the plate.
Yeah, it hit it either off the plate or the dirt around home plate, and it bounced up and hit him just above the eye.
Phillips got a piece. Here's a 3-2. Top foul. So you see on the pitch tracks, I mean, this is just John Lester at his best, right? He just does not give in.
Delete all cookies. Just stays out of the middle.
He's the first pitch, half the ball caught the box. Everything else has been out of the proverbial strike zone, which is not official. It's whatever the umpire calls, but you get the idea. Sharply hit on the ground, backhanded Bryant.
Phillips put up a good fight despite all the pain he's endured. He's hung in there, saw a lot of pitches. Yeah, but that's it. And looked at John's last start. I looked at the numbers. Batting average against him on 0-0 really low. And typically for most major league hitters, it's like 340 something. He just does not give in.
Bruce grounded out his first time up. Freddie Benavides, the first base coach, gives that ball to a young Chris Bryant fan. Fly ball to center. Caesar's got it, 2 outs.
Batting average against John Lester on 0-0 counts is .227, which is at least 100 points below league average.
.351 is the major league batting average on the first pitch that's put in play at 0-0 count. So yeah, he's been really good. 1-0 Cubs. He's been good tonight.
Call you back. Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous.
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening.
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up.
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong.
What a day.
But also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
The simple truth is, sometimes life isn't just. Someone crosses over the line. The best laid plans fail. Or the sky falls. And lives are changed forever. And people suffer. And when that happens, you might find a system that is not just. That's the reason I began my career. Because even when life isn't just, there can be justice. And everyone deserves justice.
The Drive and Discover event is here at Feeney Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Elgin.
Get our lowest prices on our entire inventory. Cars, trucks, minivans, and more Jeeps than we need. All with 0% financing available. Look at this 2016 Wrangler, just $299 a month. Or a 2016 Ram 1500 Quad Cab, $299 a month. Both with zero due. Or this 2016 Dodge Caravan, only $16,997. Find it at Feeney. FeeneyAutos.com.
Sports Talk Live, presented by the all-new Chevy Silverado. Weeknights at 5:30.
Make sure you follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, all season long on CSNChicago.com. Presented by Nationwide's Jeff Vukovich, serving the community for 38 years. Go to jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. Cubs lead 1-0 on a Ben Zobrist leadoff home run. Starting pitchers have pretty much dominated other than that one swing. Matt Caesar starting the Cubs fifth and takes a pitch outside for a ball.
And nice job by Lamb after the proceedings here last night. And then being greeted by that leadoff home run by Zobrist, you could see where that might unnerve him a little bit and cause him to get a little tentative, but that has not been the case.
He doesn't seem like he would be unnerved. Smooth,
that SoCal delivery going.
Yep.
And that's obviously not just that's what we've been told about his personality. It's not just based on what we're seeing.
Caesar, fair ball. Left field corner. He makes the turn towards second, and he's got a leadoff double. Cubs have 4 hits, 3 have gone for extra bases.
A chance to get a little something done here at the bottom of the order. Leadoff double by Caesar. He continues to impress.
Ball one on David Ross. Putting together a really good final season in the majors.
Contreras being up and Montero being back in action after missing a couple of days because of the knee. Ross has not played as much here, just 1 out of 4 on the trip coming into this ball game.
His 2 best home run seasons came as a Red, 21 in 06, 17 the following year in 07. And he played a career high 112 games, 348 plate appearances. And he fouls to left.
Yeah, that 06 season posted one of the best home runs per at bat ratios in Reds history. Wasn't an everyday player. Went deep once every 11 change ABs.
Left field, Duvall is over, and he'll get there in time. Caesar tags, goes about a third of the way, and then heads back to second. a bunting spot here with one out. And Caesar already in scoring position.
Yeah, and that's exactly why David Ross wasn't really trying to guide the ball to the right side or put a bunt down himself. With the pitcher coming up next, he's not trying to advance the runner. He's trying to drive the runner home.
You asked the question last night because Jake Arrieta hit a home run. Travis Wood came up later and did not hit a home run, but Aaron Charlton, buddy from Stats, actually looked it up. You asked when was the last time the Cubs had two pitchers homer in the same game? It's happened one time in team history. It was August 28th, 1937. Charlie Root and Clay Bryant, who hit the 10th inning game-winning grand slam in the second game of a doubleheader. Ground ball, base hit. Caesar around third. Bobbled by Hamilton. Cubs lead 2-0. Cubs starters have 3 hits in this series. Arrieta had 2 last night. Lester with the RBI single here.
Let it cash in that leadoff double. Hamilton gets that cleanly. He might have a shot at Caesar, but probably not.
Lamb should throw over. Doesn't even have a 1-foot lead. Yeah, so it was the Cubs at the Boston Bees back in August of '37. So that was the Clay Bryant game. Last night we had the Chris Bryant game. Big night for Zobrist, a homer and a double. He swung the bat well last night, even though he only had 1 hit in 6 tries. Like a hot potato. She's like, somebody take this, please. Two and two the count. We'll try it again. Getaway day tomorrow. Kyle Hendricks and lefty Cody Reed.
They like Reed. He's a real good prospect.
3-2. And it's off to New York. Steven Matz was supposed to start tomorrow for the Mets in Washington. He has been pushed back to Thursday night against the Cubs. He's dealing with a bone spur in his elbow, as is Noah Syndergaard. As Zobrist strikes out, 2 gone. There will be a lot of media hype around that series this weekend.
No doubt.
Cubs went 7-0 against the Mets in the regular season, and then the Mets swept the Cubs in the NLCS. And from the far first base side of the rubber. Flips up a curve at 66 for a strike to Hayward.
Jason just kind of fight through it right now, tell himself it only takes one. So far he's been mystified here by John Lamb.
Two balls, two strikes. John Lester with an RBI single to make it 2-0. He's at first. Chris Bryant is on deck. And he's run it full. Action time here with 2 outs. Swing and a miss, so he has fanned Hayward 3 times, but the Cubs now have a 2-0 lead.
When I was just a young one, maybe pushing 10, somebody told me no, son, and I decided then I'm gonna dig my style, you're gonna walk the same. See no end with the prize I'm showing. You better tell your friends. You gonna take my style, take my style, take my style.
Now it's in the hands of the bullpen, and out comes Papa John.
It looks like he's taking this official pizza thing pretty seriously.
For just $6.99 each, get 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas.
Papa John's, the official pizza of Major League Baseball.
Who's the genius who puts a girl in heels on a subway grate?
Miss Monroe, eat a Snickers.
Why?
You get a little cranky when you're hungry. Better?
Much better.
This scene will never make the cut.
If there's one thing the human foot has always been good at, it's unleashing great power. Introducing the 255-horsepower Lexus IS 300 all-wheel drive V6 with 25% more base horsepower. The IS performance line has never been more powerful. Lease the 2016 IS 300 all-wheel drive with 0 due at signing for $439 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
With a Coors Light Cold Hard Facts Sportsnet Central update tonight, we'll look back the life and legacy of Bears Super Bowl winning defense coordinator Buddy Ryan, who passed away at the age of 85 today. Mike Ditka, who with Ryan led the Bears to that Super Bowl title, shares his memories of the architect of the 46 defense. We'll also have an encore presentation of Bears classics, the 46, at 11 o'clock tonight. Now let's go back to Len and JD in the Natty.
Wednesday, July 6th, the Cubs take on the Reds at 1:20 as they celebrate 100 years of Cubs baseball at Wrigley Field. Up to the first 30,000 early arriving fans receive a 1916 Chicago Cubs replica throwback jersey presented by Ideal Industries, Inc. For more information, visit Cubs.com.
John Lester working with a 2-0 lead, helping his own cause with an RBI hit. He'll face Suarez, Hamilton, and Cabrera. 1 hit for the Reds. Brandon Phillips in the opening inning. He has hit a batter and walked one.
Right back trying to pound away at that outside corner. Down around the knees.
Broken bat, line drive, caught by Baez. As Lester vacated with a barrel flying near the mound. Hey, tonight after Cubs post-game live, stay with CSN for the latest news and reaction on the passing of legendary Bears coach Buddy Ryan and Tennessee women's basketball coach Pat Summitt. Plus stories, game recaps, and more on Sportsnet Central tonight after Cubs post-game live on CSN Chicago. Here's Hamilton. He hit into a 6-3 inning-ending double play in the second. Bryant and Rizzo way in already. Bottom of the zone and a strike.
Hamilton must feel like a quarterback when the other team's going to blitz. He looks up and sees everybody coming in. They're sending everybody. Corner guys way in. Zobrist cheating in a little bit.
Drives one out in the left center. Contreras on the run makes the catch. Nicely done. That's a triple and maybe more if he doesn't catch it.
Yeah, there's no doubt 3. And then when any kind of a little misplay out there and he might circle the bases. Kid's having some fun.
Yep, he always does. Cabrera flied to center in the third. Ground ball on a hop. Rizzo will get it to Lester. Again, a sad day in sports. Buddy Ryan and Pat Summitt had passed away. Summitt just 64 years old.
This is our point of view. If there's a bar, raise it. Recognized by U.S. News and World Report as the best upscale midsize car for the money. This is the Acura TLX, and this is how we make it.
Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX.
I can't believe the $5 lunch comes with a DQ sundae.
I can't believe it comes with a bacon cheeseburger, fries, drink, plus a DQ sundae.
It's like the sundae is free.
I can't believe we stopped for lunch.
Nothing fills you up like the $5 lunch.
T-Mobile hit it out of the park. We doubled our LTE coverage to cover over 305 million Americans. And our new extended range LTE goes 2 times farther and works 4 times better in buildings than before. Switch to T-Mobile for major league coverage today.
This 4th of July, Nissan's giving you 1,000 more reasons to celebrate. Choose excitement, capability, safety, and get holiday bonus cash. During Nissan's Free to Choose event, get up to 1,000 holiday bonus cash on top of existing offers, like a $189 per month lease on road. Hurry! Bonus cash ends July 5th. Shop at your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com today.
CSN Chicago is giving you the chance to go behind the scenes with Kelly Crawl, presented by Coors Light. Tour the production truck, go on the field with Kelly, and much more. Enter for your chance to win at csnchicago.com/Coors Light.
Back here in Cincy, Cubs 2, Reds 0, and we'd like to welcome all our viewers watching in West Liberty, Iowa on Liberty Communications. It's been all Cubs in this season series. 7-1 against Cincinnati. Bryant swings and misses a changeup. They've outscored the Reds 73-28, and almost half the Reds' runs came in their one win. 0-2 on Bryant, who was urged to take a curtain call after his 3rd home run, and he wouldn't do it. Didn't want to show up the Reds in their own ballpark. It's not his style.
Yeah, very classy move on his part. I mean, had he done it, you could understand it, getting caught up in the moment with so many Cub fans here. But good for him.
0-2 to 3-2. Cubs have had a lot of great memories in this ballpark. Starlin Castro's major league debut. Jorge Soler, his debut. Bryant draws the walk to start the inning. Said, I'm not doing it. Jason Hayward said, go.
And then reacting to Rizzo's ball. Yep.
A home run very few people will remember. And it was launched. That's a strike. So the other kind of fun thing about last night was the ripped pants. And looks like he's got a new pair now. Two. Cubs looking for their 50th win. Line drive the other way. Duvall can only play it on a bounce. 2 on, nobody out.
A good 2-strike approach by Anthony, especially against a lefty.
He's got a 9-game hitting streak now.
Short and sweet, foot down, all about the hands.
Mark Riggins, the Reds pitching coach, will head to the mound.
Dan Straley, the starter for the Reds last night, lasted just 3 2/3 innings, allowed 7 runs, so the bullpen had to cover a lot. They gave up some damage. It's been a historically bad year for the Reds bullpen. Starters haven't been particularly good, but the bullpen has been really bad.
Jumbo Diaz getting loose. Nice night to be out on the river. Contreras the hitter, 1 for 2. Bryant at second, Rizzo at first, nobody out.
Contreras hitting .379 now. He was batting .350 down at AAA. Solid single last time up.
One and one. Clayton Kershaw was sent back to Los Angeles. Dodgers are on a road trip. He's got some back issues, so he'll be checked out by team doctors.
Yeah, apparently that's been bothering him for quite a while. This is really interesting what this kid Lamb is doing here. He had been working from the extreme first base side of the rubber up until this pitch.
Up the middle behind second, backhanded by Phillips. They turn it. Wow. 4-6-3 as Phillips and Cozart get together. And Contreras thinks he was safe, so he's standing on first base, but it didn't look like it was that close to me. I could be wrong. I have been wrong before.
Out there, you definitely got the bag. Bang, bang are there. They're not going to challenge. Out.
So runner at third, 2 outs. And Lamb will go back to the windup. Curve strike on the inside corner. Rays have placed their closer Alex Colomé on the DL. Medial biceps tendonitis. Colomé. 0-2 to Baez.
Lamb flipping that slow curveball up there. I don't know if I were Chris Bryant, if I would be coming too far down that third baseline with Baez taking that big hack.
Look out. Futures game rosters announced, and Cubs will be represented by Jeimer Candelario and Eloy Jimenez in San Diego.
And Candelario was promoted earlier this year from AA to AAA. He really didn't put up good numbers at AA, but he's been really swinging it well at AAA. Did a nice job for the Cubs in spring training. Good looking young player, and Jimenez has had a monster year. He's the second youngest player at that Futures game.
Popped up. We love the MLB.com headline. Basically said Futures game roster chock full of prospects. Which,
yeah, that's kind of by definition what it's supposed to be.
Right. Lamb gets out of it.
Most people know that Hondas are built to last and that Hondas are built for value. But most don't know that millions of Hondas are built in America. And this 4th of July, we're celebrating with deals like the 2016 Honda Accord. Just $189 a month for 36 months for well-qualified buyers. And the redesigned Honda Civic. Just $179 a month for 36 months, also for well-qualified buyers. For details, check out ChicagolandHondaDealers.com today.
Sunday night, get ready for a brand new episode of Beer Money. It's Chicago's favorite sports trivia show, where fans test their knowledge for a chance to win cash. Beer Money, presented by Coors Light, Sunday at 7 on CSN Chicago.
Ask what makes it the best 3 Series ever, and we'll tell you it has more advanced suspension and steering for even more control of the road. And it's near perfectly balanced to put performance first. But ask her for where the competition mimics us just to keep up. No comment. The BMW 3 Series. Visit your Chicagoland BMW centers today.
The Volkswagen Passat comes standard with a turbo engine. The turbocharger uses
turbine-driven force induction to help boost engine performance and fuel efficiency.
Or it's more fun to drive.
I wouldn't know about that.
Well, did you know it also comes with a standard rear-view camera and best-in-class rear legroom?
That's cool, but not as cool as a turbocharger.
He likes turbos.
Qualified customers can get up to $1,500 in available bonuses on 2016 Passat models.
Baseball's 2 biggest summer events back-to-back. The Home Run Derby on July 11th, 7 Central. And the very next night, don't miss baseball's biggest stars at the 87th All-Star Game presented by MasterCard. Coverage begins at 6:30 Central on the 12th.
John Lamb has kept his team close. Cubs put the first 2 on in the top of this 6th inning, but he didn't give up any runs. Tyler Holt bats for Lamb, and foul tips for a strike.
Yeah, Lamb was good tonight.
Yep. Quality start. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs. A walk, a balk, 7 Ks in the home run to start it. Marcelo Iglesias was their opening day starter. He is now in the bullpen and looks like he'll be the next man up in the 7th. Brian Price, a former minor league pitcher and a longtime pitching coach, is the Reds manager. And of all things a manager wants, he wants a dependable bullpen. So this has to be a very difficult year for him, knowing that every night he's got to go
turn. You don't know what, who you can rely on.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Might have been Whitey Herzog, one of those old school managers, said that's the manager needs a good sense of humor and a good bullpen.
Yep. That is only Lester's 2nd strikeout tonight. Here's Cozart. And he blasts one way foul to the 2nd level.
A couple of punch outs, 1 walk, a hit batter. So pitch count not really an issue for John. He has made 15 starts. Well, this is number 16. In the 15 previous starts, he's allowed 1 or no runs 11 times. He's allowed more than 3 only once. That was the start in San Francisco. He allowed 5 in 2 2/3. So take that one off the ledger, and he's got an ERA of 1.69 prior to tonight.
Cued off the end of the bat, foul on a curve. Back foot cutter and nearly literally hit the back foot.
A screamer. John 3 times an All-Star. Hard to imagine him not being an All-Star this year. 2010, 2011, and 2014 he made the All-Star team.
He struck him out. Back to back. Holt and Cozart to start the Reds 6th.
Well, probably a little bit off that outside corner, but David Ross is set up out there. Frames the pitch nicely.
Votto has lined out and flied out. 2 homers in game 1.
Votto's numbers off this year. Been swinging it better lately. One of the reasons his numbers against lefties are way down. He's a guy who's never really been bothered by left-handed pitching. But a $1.89 against southpaws coming into this ball game. Career 290 something against lefties.
Lester with a patented double take. And he thinks it should be a strike and is not. 3-1. Here it is. Strike 2. Delivery. High drive, center field and deep. Caesar to the wall. Matt's got it. Inning over. They go down 1-2-3 for the third consecutive inning. It's still 2-0 Cubs.
McDonald's McPick 2 menu. Try the new jalapeno McChicken, medium fries, 6-piece chicken McNuggets made with all white meat or a double cheeseburger. Choose any two for just $3. Only at McDonald's.
The 2 X's on the Dos Equis label are Roman numerals for Siglo XX, Spanish for 20th century. But you don't want a Spanish lesson. You want news about the next most interesting man in the world. Well, don't we all?
When you were 8, you wanted to fly. When you were 13, to be a rock star. At 20, an artist. All these years later, you realize you had it right the first time. The 2016 Q50 from Infiniti. Lease the all-wheel drive Q50 2-liter turbo for $319 a month or finance at 0% APR at your local Infiniti retailer.
I'm like a sponge for this stuff. I can learn it, get it, sell it. I can do this job in my sleep better than some people can do awake. I just want to make sure this brain stays in hyperdrive.
Hey, we hear you. That's why AARP created Staying Sharp. It's more than brain games. It's a personalized 360 approach to brain health with assessments and tools that can help you keep your brain sharp. If you don't think this is right for me when you think AARP, then you don't know ARP. Get to know us at aarp.org/possibilities.
The '85 Bears were one of the most feared teams in NFL history.
That collection of defensive players, the most incredible group of athletes I've ever played against.
Now, 3 decades later, celebrate the Super Bowl 20 champs and the defense that made them dominant.
You're talking about aggressive young men that know how to play some damn good football.
Bears Classics, the 46, presented by Canals Auto, tonight at 11 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Follow In-Game Live on CSNChicago.com, presented by State Farm. Play a little table tennis later?
Why not?
Come on, guys, you gonna play or just sit around and wait? Let's go.
Marcel Iglesias started the year in the rotation. Made 5 starts, went on the DL with impingement in his throwing shoulder. He's come off to make 2 relief appearances. One of them was a 3.45 ERA for Iglesias. Seems like everybody on their staff has either been demoted or on the DL at some point.
So the easy thing to say would be the ball is not carrying as well tonight as it was last night, right? Rizzo flying to the warning track. Votto sounded like a home run as he sent Caesar to the wall.
It was hotter last night.
Yep. Swing and a miss on a sidearm fastball.
Iglesias draws comparisons to Orlando Hernandez, El Duque. Part of the reason why is that last pitch gives you a lot of funk, different angles.
6'2", 185. Yeah, he wears the same number 26 as El Duque. He is 26. Ball strike three, 95 and well located.
After a couple of drop down pitches, he comes right over the top and throws a dart to the outside corner at 95 miles per hour. Great execution. Not much Caesar can do about that.
Here's Ross.
High expectations for Iglesias coming into this season, coming off a debut year in which he made 16 starts, pitched to a 4.15 ERA, but he had very good strikeout numbers.
Awkward swing by David. It's 1-2. Reds have the third worst record in baseball, 29-48. They're in last in the Central, 21 back of the first place Cubs. Swing and a miss, strike three. It'll bring up Lester.
It wasn't that long ago that the Reds were a postseason team. 2013, they were a wild card. The year before, they won the division. 2014, they ended up 10 games below 500. Then last year, 64-98.
Only the Phillies had a worse record. Battled injuries. It was their first last place finish since 1983. That snapped the longest active streak of non-last place finishes among all the major sports teams. You know who the current leader now is?
I'm going to go with
All Four Sports.
All Four Sports.
Team that has not finished last the longest. It was 1987 the last time this team finished in last.
The Quebec Nordique.
They don't exist anymore. They're now in Denver. Colorado Avalanche. The San Antonio Spurs.
Oh, the Spurs, yeah, they've been pretty good.
In the dirt.
They haven't thrown the scoreboard stumper up there yet, have they? We'll try to catch the scoreboard stumper when we're here.
Lester strikes out. Iglesias fans the side. 2-0 in the seventh.
Hurry up, come on. Come on.
Already? Okay. With more selection and savings, you can rough it a little more comfortably at Meijer.
Yeah, like this right here.
The Ford Freedom Sales Event is on, and 0 for 72 is back on 2016 Ford Focus, Fusion, and Escape. Plus, specially tagged vehicles get an extra 1,000 smart bonus. That means freedom from interest and freedom to choose with Ford, America's best-selling brand.
Free, baby.
Now get 0% financing for 72 months. Plus, specially tagged vehicles get 1,000 smart bonus. Only at the Ford Freedom Sales Event.
My experience with USAA is awesome. Homeowners insurance, life insurance, automobile insurance. I spent 20 years active duty. They still refer to me as gunnery sergeant when I call. Being a USAA member because of my service in the military, to pass that on to my kids, something that makes me happy. My name is Roger Zapata, and I'm a USAA member for life.
USAA. We know what it means to serve. Get an insurance quote and see why 92% of our members plan to stay for life.
I don't want to be alone.
All right, come and get it. Here we go.
With more selection and savings, you can put more on the grill at Meijer.
Bottom of the seventh, Cubs lead 2-zip. Wednesday, July 20th, sit ringside with Joe Madden and Cub players for the second annual Respect 90 main event at the Wintrust Bank Building in Chicago. We'll feature several youth boxers at various skill levels, as well as a special main event bout. A portion of the proceeds will benefit youth boxing programs in Chicago's underserved communities. To buy tickets or a table, visit Cubs.com/Madden.
John Lester working on a gem tonight. Through 6, he's allowed 1 hit and no runs. Scoreboard stumper here is a tough one. I will give it to you. Guessing you're not going to get all 5. Okay. Since 1975, rookies have hit 300 or higher with a minimum of 100 hits while playing for the Reds. Can you name?
Oh my goodness.
5. Yeah, it's really hard.
There's too much nuance in that question.
There's Brandon Phillips. He has their only hit. You want the answer?
Joey Votto.
Nope. There is not a current Red on the list. Bernie Carbo, Dan Dreesen, Hal Morris, Austin Kearns, and Norris Hopper.
Norris Hopper. Good name.
Yep. It wasn't that long ago for Hopper.
No Pokey Reese, huh?
Nope.
Not even a Paul Householder?
Hopper did it in 2007. Ground ball to the shortstop, Baez. 1 out.
That's a win for Phillips. He didn't foul the ball off his ankle. He's not running particularly well. What a difference a day makes, huh?
Yeah, totally different feel. It was 11-8 last night.